Hey everybody, it's Chance again with yet another episode of Pathologic. Last time we started day 3, we didn't really get much done. We kind of just wandered around and talked to people, mostly. We checked it out our first infected district. We actually met Clara face to face. And now we're on for the races. We're helping Ruben essentially collect dead tissue of the plague victims in order to try to create some sort of vaccine or just some sort of something that can fight against the sand plague. But of course, we can't do that because there is a certain order to the way that people think, and like indigenous folklore that states that only certain kinds of people can dissect bodies or anything related to that, which is a very interesting wrinkle on top of this game, and the kind of connection to the body and disease and like all that it means. I'm excited to see where it goes. Right. So also we learned from Capella that there is a child who has a schmelter in the infected area, so we're gonna do that quest. Do it a little bit. Um, but of course I'm gonna be chicken shit about it because I'm a coward. I don't want to go. Yeah, apparently it's near the silent house. So... So... I'm not looking forward to this. This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck so bad. Only way to get there is through this way. Up. Ugh, I hate this. I hate this all so much. Oh, let me... Okay. Alright. I hate this, 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 I hate this. I'm getting out of here. Awful. Awful. There's no really good way except to go around that way. Ah! Because that's the entrance is through this way. I hate this. I hate this. God fucking damn it. I'd have to go all the way around. That sucks. I think there's a cloud behind this. Yeah, there is. Oh, it needs to charge. I just accidentally used it all. Oh, beans. Stay away from me, 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 stay away from me. Ugh. Awful game. Awful, awful, terrible game. Oh, and the sound. Oh, that is just awful. Okay, I'm doing pretty okay. Okay, so they told me the silent house. I don't want to go inside. Oh. Oh, I'm not allowed in. Okay. I hate them. They're so awful. Oh, damn, fuck it. The sounds are awful. Ugh. The way everything chants. God awful. Okay, the walkthrough I'm looking at tells me it's in the closed yard near Sticky's house, so I'm assuming this probably? I do not want to be here more than I have to. Makes such a terrible sound. Okay. Okay, I'm doing pretty okay. Oh my god. Oh, hello! Loafer? Uh-huh, that's me, and how do you know me? Victoria told me. Capella knows I'm here. Look, could you tell her I didn't go anywhere and you just randomly bumped into me here? But better still, not here, but over there by the river. If you leave me at once, I'll give me the schmouter. I've been told this is the place where, you know, sort of tongue comes out of the ground, a tongue made of lumpy dirt. Like, it's made of thick air, and you're standing on that exact spot first. Knew it would spare the rod and spoil, give me the box, I'll test it myself. Oh, actually, you seem to be right, I do have a feeder. Let me take the schmouter, will you? Cut it! Good kinds do not tell loud. Cut it! Good kinds do not tell lies. Give me the thing and get out of here. You're right, I'm supposing I'm in no position to argue, but you'll confirm what really happened here, right? If anyone asks, give me the box already. I don't like the prospect of you poisoning yourself. Oh, what the fuck? I'm supposed to take a schmouter now, I think. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, and now I'm dying. Let's take a tourniquet. Ooh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks ass. Okay. So now where do I have to go? Shit. I gotta get out of here. I have to get out of here ASAP. Ugh. Alright, we just gotta sloop over here. Sloop over there. Okay. Uh... Jesus fucking Christ. Alrighty, okay. Ugh. Yeah, I am not doing good. Let's see if we can get some drunkards to swap some to give me some bandages. That would be fantastic if I can do that. Yeah, apparently the main purpose of that quest is to kinda show that how important schmouters are. But oh my god, I hated every fucking second of that. Jesus Christ. Thank you. The bandage. The working man's drug. Oh my god. Oh my god. Happy Halloween month. Yes, Bentley? Sorry, my baby. Apparently I have no other choice but to test the schmouter myself because I got super infected. So yeah, apparently that's how the game... I think that's, you know, that's why the schmouters are important. That one is like, they're giving you that schmouter to actually test out in the game. So... God. Oh, that was awful. Oh my god. Like, and is this whole fucking place gonna get infected? Is that what... Is this whole town gonna get infected? Probably will. Oh, maybe that's why Peter, because if the Twire, if well-made Twire is like an immuno, like helps fight against the infection. So even though Peter Summerton is in the is in there, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean he's gonna get sick. Hey yo. Let's see. Oh damn, they're like fucking Bronc. Okay, I cannot. That's fine. Let me take them off for now. Since things do have durability. The gloves don't really protect anything, do they? I mean, oh, they probably just took... let me see. I'm just gonna take them off and not worry about it right now.
Is the disease really contagious? Yes, it is, undoubtedly.
You are concealing runaway butchers in this very house, Aspide. Well, crucify me. What's this about? Running more errands for the Oglomitskis? No, this time I've come of my own accord. I need your help. Well, I gotta hear that. Why on earth would the wise serpent seek anyone's help? I need the tissue of a sand plague victim. You can only find dead victims in the infected houses. Since you appear to be so alive, you never entered a single one of them. You'll have 5 to 10 minutes if you do. Then the infection strikes, with the expected results. And perhaps you could find a single runaway that would agree to help. What would he want in return? Perhaps I could find lots of runaways that would agree to help only if I ask them to. And the same me will ask you for a favor then. Will you do me one? Depends on what you're planning to ask. You're influential with Olgomitsky. Use the influence. Tell him to stop persecuting the runaways. It is no longer a revenge situation, but he's still too eager. Takes the guys quite some time to calm down, huh? Anyway, if he swears to leave alone the butchers who are now outside the tributary, I'll take the 3 runaways into risking their lives. It's not like they have anything to lose anyway. I'll try. Okay. Alright. They have no great regard for human life, it seems. 3 lives were given in exchange for the Olgomitsky's promise to cease the persecution of the runaway tradesmen. Alright. To the Olgomitskys. Let's go around this way. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it would be great to not have to go inside of an infected district or house. I would like to not have to do that again. I'm probably gonna do it a kabillion million more times. Ugh. That's just the game. Okay, nice. What time is it? It is 1100. It's almost 1200. Damn, the days do pass really fast. Shit, man. Luckily, I feel like I have like plenty of time, but when I'm like crawling through the infected zone, it is like, yikes. Oh, and perfect, and I could talk to Capella to let her know how me talking to the child went. Oh, and I still haven't even gone to this side of town and talked to Ava and the Canes. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Ayo!
The children no longer remember me.
I found the boy. Is everything alright with him? He's not sick, is he? He's not. He was lucky. I'll find the catches as soon as possible and retrieve the poison. Thank you. It seems you're planning to test him out yourself. Or am I mistaken? I already have. Apparently the one I got was efficient. Next time you will not be so lucky. We'll see. The schmatters are extremely detrimental to one's health, but they do eradicate the infection. Is this a mere coincidence, or the children compound a cure? We'll never find out. Oh, she has things to say.
There's a peculiar smell on the outside. What is this?
Victoria, what has your father been up to lately? Executing the orders of our new governor. What a disgrace. Using your name as an excuse, Seborov has ordered my father to organize an isolation ward, a hospital, and something else at his own expense. I hope my father treats you well. Was that a joke? If anything was wrong, do tell me. My father is truly a miserable man. Can you imagine how burdened his responsibility is? He is in the charge of lives of the several thousands of people. I'm also responsible for the lives of several thousands of people now. Let us hope that your father will support me out of mutual respect, if nothing else. Of course he will. You must know that our family used to be very rich. I happen to have found out that almost all of our resources went to the capital, to bribe officials and obtain drugs. Do not be too harsh on him. On the contrary, I respect his actions and choices, and I appreciate that you love your father so much. Okay.
Do you know anything about the disease?
I don't like how that's like the never mind, I don't have anything to talk to you about line. I think it's very telling, to be honest, that that's like the line that's like...
Look, unlucky people are bad hands at correcting their faults. They always believe that they're right when fortune backs up their vice or folly.
I'd like to offer you a bargain. It has to do with your fugitives. Oh, come now. To my mind, there is nothing to discuss here. However, a good bargain always catches my attention. So, I want you to stop pursuing them. What do you want in return? What's in this for you? I have my own job to do and I need these people. As for now, sadly, I cannot disclose to you as why. And what would it be willing to offer? I'm ready to hear your offer. Let's see. What I'm going to ask is for the patient of butchers is the unique resource you own. The one I'll never get my hands on. What is it? Your influence with the Canes. I'll cease to pursue the butchers if Gregory ceases to pursue young Barak. He isn't guilty. He has an airtight alibi against all charges, which I am willing to confirm. Let him leave him alone. Agreed? If you're vouching for him, I'll inform the Canes as soon as I have a chance. Indeed, indeed. I'd rather you convinced Reuben that young Barak has nothing to do with Isidore's tragic death. The thick-headed Reuben is the last one who needs convincing anyway. The boy might be labeled a patricide, if he hasn't had enough. You do see Reuben from time to time, I know that. I'll pass your words to Reuben. I haven't finished yet. Apart from that, I wish they stopped torturing me about the cemetery. I'm tired of repeating that it's clean. That is why it was closed in the first place. You know what? You've just suggested an excellent idea to me. How about you do this? You stop the persecution, and I'll kindly spare the Canes my opinion of what's inside the cemetery. For goodness sake, if you put it like that. Yes, certainly. Certainly. I was going to. It's no matter now. Now that the Skinners are infected, just like the cruel sprawl before it. In my word as a merchant, this thing is. I know you as a man of honor. Damn it. I'm glad we have an agreement, Boozvod. The word of a merchant provides a reliable assurance. Oglemitsky has become strangely pliable. Apparently he is mostly troubled by the cemetery, as it's become some kind of Achilles heel for him. It is interesting to note that he asked me to list as young Barak as he stands accused before the Canes. Could it be that something is wrong here? I wonder, is he here maybe? Because like we've seen Clara. She's with the Sabarovs. She's with Katerina specifically. But okay. So they'll stop the butchers, but I should also talk to the Canes. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to Gregory. Hello, small boy. Hello, tot. Blink. Any kind of aim over me. Oh, the walnuts are rare. Cancel. Okay, bye! Alright, I don't think we've talked to Ava here today either, so let's go talk to her. So much to do, so many people to see, barely enough time to think. How hurt am I? Still not doing great. How much money do I have? Not very much. Well, let's talk to the young lady. Yoink! Do you want to ask me something? Yes, have you tested our schmouter? I have. And, have you figured out what they're made of? Outdated drugs that are no longer produced. Does she have anything interesting for me? No. Okay. What's with the open mouth, kid? You're drawing flies. Is it true that they can raise people from the dead in the capital? Who told you such nonsense? My dad. He's read about you in the papers. I've wanted to make it so that people would live longer, really, and preferably on their own accord. It sounds cool. So they wouldn't be able to die on someone else's accord, then? That would be too cool to be true. That was kind of pleasant. That was kind of cute conversation. Let's see. Is everything all right with you, you rapscallion? The neighbors of ours have been killed by patrolmen. I still can't remind my head around it. That means they can just make away with me as easily, and with you too. What did they kill him for? Well, they say he attacked someone too. He did have quite the temper, but they beat him to death with their mega fists. By the way, was there really an order to do that? For reals? How do we fight now? How do we defend our honor? The order was issued to put a stop to the chaos. Right, good luck with that. Keep in mind that we can stand for ourselves just fine. If anyone hurts me, my Dina, or any of my friends, or Capella, they'll be in big, big trouble. My fists are in the right place too, you know? Just don't go running around rampant too soon. Let's get some of that Metadorm. I would love some of that Metadorm. I would really like that. Thank you, thank you. Damn, these kids have useful stuff. And like, for really cheap. Everyone has such useful stuff. Alright, so we haven't talked to Maria yet today, so we should give her a chat. Alright.
Changeling met Andre.
So that's how it is. Clearly, Simon has not reached the end of his earthly path yet. Are you aware of Katerina's recent claims? No. What, did she decide to make herself heard again? Yes, she made a prophecy. That I won't take too seriously, of course, but you might find it interesting. What was it? What about the doomed ones? Probably so, since she will also be seeing more or less the same things I see, though from an entirely different angle. Katerina is older than me, but her visions are distorted by a prophet known as morphine. Too much noise. Let's see. Clara's with her too, the miracle worker girl. Oh my goodness. Clara will confound our plans. She is a formidable opponent. She will cause public commotion. She will make the people die. She will be unstoppable. The important thing is to try to ensure the survival of those who have put their trust in you. And what do you see? Strange. My uncle's spirit will not talk to me. Very strange. When Simon died, I was waiting for him at the Focus. He was to turn up there on that same night. My focus, however, is dedicated to my mother. That must be the reason. What are you getting at? What? No, I'm not getting anywhere. Just sharing my observations. Thank you, Maria. Okay. Right, because like I want to have the interesting conversations like that, but also... Alright. Let's go talk to Gregory and get him to lay off Artemi. And then... Hey man, lay off.
Tell me what you want, and I will tell you who you are.
My dear doctor, misfortune is a regular guest in our family home. A new calamity has befallen us. What is it? The house in which Reuben lived and works has been tainted by an infectious mold and falling prey to the looters. Our messengers searched every nook and cranny. Neither Reuben nor Simon's bodies are in the house. Some of the people have helped to undertake the search are paying a terrible price. They've been contracted the subplace. How would you explain the absence of the body? It appears that once infection began to spread across the house, Rabbi Reuben decided to remove the body. He must have taken it to some hidden location that he considered safe. However, since we still haven't heard from him, we can only infer that Reuben is dead. Let's hope that Reuben will get in touch soon. Tell me that isn't going to happen. Were you going to ask me for help? Please help us recover the body, Doctor. We're already so indebted to you for having identified Simon's killer. It's not your fault that the birth has turned out so distressing to us all. I implore you to help Simon, to us once more, find my brother's body. Alright, I'll help you. Let's see. The body of an immortal. The disappearance of Simon's body seems to have greatly troubled the Canes. Could it be that a powerful, burly man like Reuben fell victim to some mysterious body snatcher? Maybe Victor would have some insight of where I should start my investigation. Odd. I know he's okay, because I just talked to him. Maybe he'll disappear from there now? Odd, okay. But also, Reuben did tell me not to talk to the Canes about it either. So, I should probably feign ignorance.
Is this disease indeed as deadly as they say?
I'm looking for your brother's body, Victor. Do you have any idea on the subject? I do. If I were you, Okomitsuki's son would be the first person I'd turn to. Young Vlad, nicknamed Charon. Reuben and he have some business together. He knows places where Reuben may have taken the body. I'll talk to him. Vlad the Younger is a loyal son. He may be cynical, but deep inside he believes in the precepts of vassal ethics. He has no reason to conceal a crime, but he'll never help us knowing that we're acting against his father's best interests, notwithstanding our respect for each other. I would expect such adherence to the principles, too. Okay. Let's see if there is any...
The true way to be deceived.
Okay. Let's actually... I wanna not talk about Reuben, you know? I feel like that's a bad move. Oh, let's see if I can talk to Gregory about, Artemi, because I realized I didn't do that. It might have just, like, swung me directly into a quest, which is what it did with Capella, even though she did have dialogue.
Who could have thought? A plague is staring us in the face. That's how much his demise means.
I have a favor to ask you, Judge. I was indebted to you, dear doctor. Speak, and I'll be happy to grant any request that's within my power to fulfill. It has to do with Isidore Burak's son. Yes, I know the man, if only by what others have said about him. Regrettably, I've yet to meet him personally. He was one of the main suspects in Simon's murder. He also hasn't cleared himself, not to my judgment anyway, of the charge of murdering his own father. Now he's the main suspect of the theft of my brother's body. I hope you're not going to solicit forgiveness on his behalf. That is exactly what I'm going to do. This is one of the few requests I'm not prepared to meet. That is to say, I wouldn't be if anyone other than you were asking, but believe without a shadow of a doubt that you are acting in good faith and with the most noble intentions. Young Barak deserves to have a break. That is what I need of him now anyway. Very well, Doctor. I will do what you ask of me, but having done that, I urge you to tell me the one who stole my brother's body as soon as you learn their identity. I promise I will not punish Barak, only if it turns out he was... but only unless it turns out that he was the thief. You have my weird... You have my word. Okay. I'll talk to, Vlad as well. See if he has anything interesting to say about this now that I've done that. Let's talk to Ava. Ugh. Never ending. Ay, ay, ay. 1 o'clock. Any letters? Oh. A worrying message from Gregory Kane. Please visit me at the Crucible at your earliest convenience. Another misfortune has befallen us, and again it concerns the person you have traveled so far to see. I hope your woes of our family are still of some importance to you. A lot more bottles on this part of town. People just throwing away good shit. Alright. We'll talk to Ava, see if she has anything fun to say, anything interesting. Then we'll go talk to Small Vlad, and then etc.
Yes?
Is there something I can do for you? Right now, my only desire is to light up candles, wash the soot of a day off, wrap myself in a bedsheet, and get drunk, until my mind goes blank. Will you get us a bottle of Twire? If I do, I'll do so if I find one. Do you want us to get drunk together? Of course. Twire is actually 70% song. It's an effective preventative memory. Drink it, Ava. Okay. So, got my immunity up. It's probably the least of it, but I also don't really care. So. I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm hurt, but... Hopefully I don't have to go to the... I don't have to go back to the infected area. Hey man, got bandages for me? Yeah. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Accept. Bye. Okay, let's go talk to the younger Vlad, Vlad Jr. And I need to talk to Big Vlad again. Ugh. Was that some of the his Russian dialogue? I think so. I think it might be his Russian
Is
dialogue.
the disease really contagious?
But it's like faded in the background. That's so weird. I guess it wasn't properly edited out. That's very funny. Rubens disappeared. His home has been infected and looted. Neither his body nor Simon's was there. Where could he have gone? I don't know. I haven't seen him. Do you suspect that Ruben is dead? Why should I suspect that? If Ruben were alive, he would undoubtedly make his whereabouts known, as he certainly wouldn't keep quiet about the pest getting in the town. He's one of the few that have an actual understanding of what that entails. Is that what you think? Well, if neither Ruben nor Simon are in the dead house, that means Ruben has at least attempted to move the keeper's body to another place. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to surmise that someone has stolen 2 infected bodies with purely obscure purposes. Wouldn't you agree? So what's this other place? There are several locations where Ruben could have taken a corpse, but I have no plans to reveal them to you unless you do our family a favor in return. Gladly, unless it takes up too much of my time. We want to settle the dispute between us and the Canes, concerning our unwillingness to let emissaries into the terminary. I don't know what the Canes are thinking, but we are not harboring anyone or anything there that could be remotely of interest to them, especially to my deeply esteemed fellow, Victor. So why don't you let the inspectors in? First of all, it's dangerous. The rabble is rioting. I've told you about this more than once already. Secondly, my father will not submit to the younger Cane's orders. If this keeps up, we'll soon be taking orders from his 10-year-old son. Fine, what's your plan? The Canes are hiding something too. They have our own skeleton in the closet, and it's even more unsightly than ours. Our closet is full of our own workers. Theirs is full of other people's children. If you can make sure that, well, everything inside the polyhedron, then trust me, the cemetery is fine too. It's an enclave, a closed chamber. Do you believe the quarantine would be effective keeping the infection out of the giant bunkhouse? Certainly. Did you not say yourself? That at least that's how it was relayed to me. That walls are a solid defense? Besides, think of what will happen if 10,000 people pour into the streets and serve food and gossip. Try to imagine that picture. Sounds convincing. I'll inspect the polyhedron and talk to Victor, but I'll ask a favor of you in return. Help me find Salmon's body. Try to curb the righteous anger of the judge and the terrible Victor. They seem to have finally decided to harass my father to death. I have no doubt that no matter what he did, it's not his fault. If you do that, I'll gladly assist you. Deal. Curious. Young Ogomitsky, being a respectful son, as he is, has a cunning way of concealing his failures. He has agreed to provide the information I need, but only if the Canes withdraw their demands from his family. Meanwhile, Victor insists I investigate the termitary as soon as possible. Okay. Where? So, gotta go to the polyhedron. I gotta go back to Aspedy. Ugh, there's not enough time in the day. How am I doing? He's getting sleepy. It'll be fine. I just have to do it before the end of the day occurs. So, it'd be in my best interest to do as much as I can now and then go to sleepy. Okay. I don't particularly have like a favorable opinion of the Oglomitskys at all, but there is something interesting about both of, even though Big Vlad doesn't care or doesn't seem to, he seems upset at his son for one reason or another. You know, like his son still seems to care about him. Or at least that's, I think it's like maybe the way they both care for the family, but like the way they do it is different, I think might be the implication there as well. Not 100%, but... There's a lot to do, but there's also a lot of, okay, it does look like... Okay, so I probably shouldn't talk to Big Vlad regarding, young Artemi Barak yet, just because it doesn't seem like, doesn't seem like it will do anything yet. Yeah, because he needs to find Simon's body before he believes that Artemi has nothing to do with it, so... Okay.
Perhaps turning inside out will help?
Big Blood agrees. He swore that from this point on, not a single runaway in the town would be killed on his orders. Proof? It's already done. The orders have been issued for Severov's patrolmen and the Oklobitsky's men, sealed and delivered. Fine then. I'll send 3 brochures to the infected skinners. They'll be waiting for you there. If they manage to find a dead body, cut it, and survive to see you, that is. Follow them in an hour. They may die before you reach them, so waste no time. It would make sense for me to go with them straight away then, wouldn't it? Only the Shabanak cut dead open, and it doesn't even matter whose hand holds the knife. What matters is that who's given the order. Or do you think people won't realize who's violating the dead if you simply keep quiet and stand to the side? Sounds convincing. Strongly advise you to conduct reconnaissance before you go to the infected district. Prepare for the final field trip as well. Rumor have it, the place leaves you less chances than mincing machine would. The patrolmen guiding the infected houses have already consumed half of the confiscated drugs. Thank you, Aspity. Alright. Skinner's district is contaminated. I hope that one of the 3 butchers that Aspity's dispatched there are able to return with a suitable specimen. There's no time to procrastinate. Alright. So within an hour, so what time is it now? 14:20, so 15:20. What time? Let me see. Alright, so talk to Vlad. I do need to go to the polyhedron, but it's all the way across town when I could just be going up here. So I think I'll travel up there. And then... I have to go to the infected district again. I don't want to go. Especially since my health is kind of eh. So let's see if I can find someone... Oh, can I sleep in your house? Is there a bed? Yeah, there is. Excuse me a sec. Alright, I think I can, but they say that...
Perhaps turning inside out will help?
Alright.
Pins are sticking out of the pores of my skin.
Good for you. Okay, let's go to sleep for like 2 hours. Alright, bye! Okay. Not amazing. But not nothing. I don't want to sleep too long because then I'll bungle everything up. Alrighty. Oh, these guys I think can fix guns. I should take advantage of that. I'm getting so close. Oh, there's the infected district. Oh, fascinating. I'm just gonna watch this. That's very funny. I like how they immediately go to just putting their hands behind their back like, oh, no, nothing to see here. Okay, let's make a save. I know I just made a quick save, but I live in anxiety. Alright. That was stupid. Let me go back. Okay. Wow. It doesn't matter how good the loot is in there. I almost fucking died. Well, not really. That was actually nothing. But, like, also, I don't want to... I don't need to exasperate anything. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Oh, that's awful. Just fucking terrible, man. I think that's a sick person as well. Alrighty. Okay, I know where the first one is. Let's just go. 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 Let's go. You're just letting this guy walk into town, man. What are we doing? That villain, to chop up a lad like that, he must know his trade well. Dressing carcasses and the like. Look over there, they're carrying a body with all the cuttings. Where to? The cemetery, where else? To prepare for burial. Why'd you ask, sir? Professional curiosity. Okay. The body that the butcher had cut open was taken to the cemetery. Okay. Alright, then there are two more. I hate being in the infected districts. I hate it so much. Okay. So, looking at my guide, it's there and there. Yeah, I don't not like doing this. This is, and I know it's not supposed to be fun, but like I don't wanna flounder. I have no interest in floundering. Going through the infected districts is hard enough. Alright. So then it'll be behind Isidore's house over here, so we can go around that way. And apparently there's one over here as well. Oh my god, okay. Okay. Terrible game. Awful game. Ugh. Okay, I want to get behind Isidore's house. Why are they letting this guy just hang out? Stay away from me, stay away from me, stay away from me, stay away from me, stay away. Why are you here? Don't worry, sir. The evildoers are dead. Upon Oglamitsky's orders, armed resistance. They must have thought Fat Vald had sent us. But isn't there something fishy about our business? Why? It gets worse. The beast carved him up and wrapped him up. Prepared him for something. Been waiting for the Ripper. He remains at large, but it's still killed our old Barak. Ain't gone nowhere. Ain't fooling anyone. It was him for the butcher did it, no question about it. What in the world makes you think so? He was waiting for him, so he was. Anyway, it's all pointing toward it. Good thing we were there to dissuade him. But in a different neighborhood, another butcher like that slipped away. I just got the report, how I'd love to give the beast a good thrashing. Him and whoever's paying him. Shame I can't leave my post. Wow, it's like we think he did it, because of course we think, and it's like, it's me. And what happened to the body? Given to the family. They'll bury it. Sounds like the right thing to do. Okay. And then the last place is over here. Who were they? Butchers. Why did you kill them? For abominable sacrilege. Aren't butchers allowed to dissect bodies? Bull carcasses, yes. That's kind of self-explanatory. No, good sir? Since when are they allowed to cut people's bodies up for entertainment, though? Or do they know the lines? Whose entertainment? Their own? It gets worse. The beast carved him up and wrapped him up. Prepared him for something. Been waiting for the Ripper. He's still at large. Killed... Good fellows, thank you for your service. Okay. Alright, so I probably could have gone right to the cemetery from there. How much money do I have? Not very much money at all. The classic dodge. Phew, we did it. That was awful. Alright. Okay, so... oh, let me see if I can talk to the patrolman. Maybe he can get me something. Actually, I don't know. Okay, but, alright, so... I know from a walkthrough that the patrolman at the cemetery will ask me for money. And if I don't give them the money, they'll fight me, and I will certainly lose that fight. Like, 1000% I will lose that fight. No doubt about it, no question. So, we're just gonna complete the Kane quest, because I'll get money from that. Damn, like I had so much money for a little bit, but no, not anymore. Thing creaks. Oh, I never talked to Yuli. Let's talk to her while we're in the area.
The most subtle foley grows out of the most...
Okay. So I didn't need to talk to her. Alright. Oh my god, okay. I'm moving so slowly. Yeah, there's so much to do. It's time to sleep. Eh? Now that I kind of have a better idea of the now that I have a better idea of the infected areas, it just make more sense just to run through. It's better to quick save and just like run like you were running from just running from an aggro enemy. Now let me take them off. Yeah, I don't need to destroy them now. Luckily, if it gets to 0, it's not like it just disappears, thankfully, because I think that would make things so much worse. But yeah. Want to go to the polyhedron, and I also want to go to Ava's house because I have my goods and services there. And I'm going to see how close to 10,000 I can get. So much money do I have now? Not even 1,000. Okay, what can I sell you? Okay. Not much. Not much at all. It's probably not the way to go about it, but like, honestly, I don't really care. Damn it, he's getting tired. Just need to sleep for 1 hour. Yikes. I only have about like 4 more hours left before the end of the day. Be first time going to the polyhedron. I know you can fall off it, and you will die. Drawn on the floors. I wonder why it was made. You can't go inside, or else the tower will topple. Do you think this is funny? Damn it! I needed to talk to Victor first. So, we're turning around, because it turns out I have to talk to Victor first, before climbing up the polyhedron. Luckily, they're right next to each other, so it's not the end of the world. Oh man, I feel like I'm doing so poorly. My time is running away from me super fast. Despite wanting to talk to everyone, I should probably... it sucks, because I don't want to refrain from it, but, like, also, if I can't do the main quest, it doesn't matter.
Lad is right. Whatever happens in the termitory, it'll be ill-advised to open it now.
Like, I'm bearing news from the Ogomitskis. It has to do with the cemetery. Vlad the Younger asked me to tell you the following. The cemetery has been closed where the polyhedron was, and there are many witnesses to that. Really? What's he getting at? He has no reason to believe that the situation inside the cemetery is different from that inside the tower. Ingenious. Alright, damn it. So be it. That's how he's spinning it, that I'm forcing to leave him alone for now. You can tell them that. If only last until we find proof that not everything is in order inside the cemetery. Perhaps you might order your son to open the polyhedron so that the Olgomitski Asians could expect it? My son has long ceased obeying me. He regards me as an enemy. Only Nina has any influence on him. His beloved sister was someone might have trusted, but now even Maria can't make him open the polyhedron. And I wouldn't take the risk either. Let the children remain fortified. I like to convince myself that your confidence is not groundless. My son has founded a kingdom of his own. There it is, towering above our sinful earth. You wouldn't let anyone into that world, not even your own father. If you're interested to know what's going on there, give it a try. Maria thinks you're the man for whom nothing is impossible. Yes, I'll follow your advice. Victor has agreed to demands at once. He does not want the tower to be implicated. They seem to be hiding something there, but whatever it is, it's clearly not the disease. Moreover, I don't think I'm the one they are trying to deceive. Perhaps I could use this whole affair as an excuse to sneak into the mysterious tower across the river. I can speak to Vlad about whatever secrets I uncover there. Alright. Alrighty. So... now I can go into the polyhedron. Yeah, now that I'm, like, running low on time, I don't care if I'm, like, not trying to figure out stuff myself. I think that's fine. I'm running out of time, and I would like to get it. Hello. I'm a friend of the Kanes. I've come to see Khan. You're in luck then. Khan has left the facets to Morna's grandfather. Come in, but don't you try to get inside. You really don't want us to perish, don't you? I don't want. I really don't. this is fascinating. Okay.
This tower is Mom's gift.
Adults are not allowed in here. It can topple the tower. I won't be staying for long. Who do I have the pleasure of talking to? My name is Casper. I am son to Victor and Nina, the youngest of the Canes. Now you must name yourself, Bachelor Dinkovsky. Are you a friend of your family? I am.
The worst lies ahead.
You wanted to speak to me. I'm listening. I need to examine the structure. No, guest, that is impossible. We don't trust grown-ups. We can't allow corruption to get inside. That is why we risk our lives guarding this place. Perhaps the pains we're taking will be convincing enough proof for you. Who are you guarding the tower from? You, your doppelgangers, everyone who comes from across the river. I don't have any doppelgangers. You do. 2 of them. Also endeavoring to save humanity. At least that's what they say. Every word they utter mirrors yours. And so far, they've caused nothing but harm. What kind of harm? Our salvation lies in repose and silence. Our town must stay still now. Freeze, like someone who's stirred up the nest of venomous snakes. When the disease will be and burn up in its own flame. I was told these were your own words, were they? Close enough, but what do my doppelgangers have to do with anything? They make people uneasy. It's because of them that no one stays put. Disturbed by the Harspix actions and the Chainland's barmy preaching, people start fussing and end up laying their lives upon the altar of the common good. We children will not listen to you. Why? What did I do to lose the trust of children? I am protecting our world. We were doing just fine without you. We can handle the plague even if it spells the end of the world. Did you want to check that this place is clean? Have a look around. It's clean, I promise you. But I won't let you in, wise bachelor. No offense. More allegories. Looks like it runs in the family. The children speaks like a grown man. His manners leave an impression. Could it be that Olkomitsky's right? If the cemetery is protected from any external influence as intelligently as this tower is, then it can exclude both buildings from my inquiry for now. Terrifying structure. I'd be like so scared of falling off it.
Who lives without folly is not so wise as he thinks.
I managed to settle the matter. Victor will no longer insist on inspecting the cemetery. Fuck. Wrong button.
Is the disease...
I'll keep my word. Running the Venerable Simons remains our mutual goal. We are bound by the same grief. There's a ripper, perhaps even more than one, on the loose in the knots. Think they're runaway butchers. Runaway butchers? Or those few unlucky that will find themselves inside the cemetery was blocked off. Now they're hiding in the town. I believe they're stealing the dead to use their bodies for divination. They have their own future-telling techniques. What could they be hiding? To be honest, I'm not sure myself. One curious man managed to trace their path. It seems they have been carrying the dead to the Spleen District. I'll mark the house on your map. Thank you. Oh my god, it's fucking never ending. It is literally never ending. Oh my god, okay. You know what? Alright. Need to go to the graveyard.
Why don't they bring anyone here? So quiet.
They said a scary doctor will be making rounds today, turning the dead inside out, even though he has no right to. It sounded like you. Grace, that's the only way to fight the disease. So go fight it. Distribute those drops, pills, or powders. They work, I know that for sure. I have a powder myself. It made me get better when I got sick 5 years ago. Wait, please tell me more about that. I was helping my father. He was burying those who had died from the disease, and I was sprinkling the graves with tire. I got sick. A girl named Maki brought me 3 powders. I ate one and got better. I gave another to my father, and he survived too. And I still have the 3rd one. Give it to me, please. I'll check what it is. Yippee. Alright. Now I have another Schmiauda. I gotta talk to the patrolmen over there, and it's gonna suck, so I'm gonna have to fight them. I should fight with gun. Anything I can help you with, good sir? Was this body brought from an infected district? Yes, we're preparing it for burial. I need it for my work. No questions. Did Governor Saburov forget to inform you of my mandate? Governor Saburov is not my commanding officer. I'm a volunteer. Do you get that, Doctor? Or do I need to spell it out for you? Perhaps you should strike a bargain?
Is there really no way to cure the disease?
Thank you, I appreciate that. I had to concede that there's an unknown Ripper on the loose, twice a criminal, for daring to raise his knife against the inviolability of a body and for defiling a sacred peace of the dead. I told him you weren't the real Ripper, and so we've started the manhunt for the real one. Okay, let me see. No time has passed. Okay. That's not a lot of reputation. Let's try again, because I'm just curious if I can do it. Because if I can do it, that would be pretty epic. So, it turns out the... Ayo, watch. Just kidding. Oh, so if I leave the area, it'll automatically get me out. Okay, I see now. Good to know. Okay, so it does look like my best option is that I can't necessarily die, but I can lose by just fucking leaving. Okay, I can get out of this with minimal damage.
Ruspex and his kind band together. That's a good enough reason.
So yeah, I've given up. I've given up. I am not doing it because that was very scary and I didn't like it. Keep your voice down and listen carefully. I've told these people that you're not the person who ordered the butchers to cut up corpses. Thank you. I appreciate that. I had to concede that there's an unknown Ripper on the loose, twice a criminal, for daring to raise his knife against the inviolability of a body and for defying the sacred peace of the dead. I told them you weren't the real Ripper, and we started the manhunt for the real one. Good move. I will put them on a faith trail. The patrolmen were keeping watch at the cemetery. Right now there's no one there. I will task them with blockading an infected district, and I will dispatch the next shift to the cemetery. 10 minutes, do you hear? 10 minutes after you leave. You have a 10-minute head start to do what you need to do. Thank you, Governor. I understand and appreciate what this act has cost you. Okay. A dissected body is still at the cemetery. I have to get to it to do determined. And then my reputation's down a bit, but it's not the worst it could be. Don't want to go that way. Okay. Alright, it's almost 2300. Let's get to Ruben and finish that up, and then see if I can finish up that, that one quest with, for the Canes and the Okomitskis. Okay, I'm gonna come clean. I used a console command to change the speed of the game. Because I more than not want to genuinely experience the game. So, I mean, no, I more than not want to, like, complete all the quests and get the story and stuff, you know? I get the franticness. I'm there.
Master would have approved of my actions.
Finally, the operation's been a success, I hope. That depends on the result. The microscope is at your service, colleague. May you be the first to make the discovery. Much obliged. Oh, what's this?
What?
What did you see there? Everything's dead. The dead tissue would not allow the microbial culture to survive. We may have tried to force the bacteria to reproduce. The problem is there is no bacteria left. The culture has perished. This is bad. Quite the opposite, colleague. This is outstanding. That what we've just discovered allows us to suggest that the sand pest does not linger in dead bodies. As soon as it kills an infected person, it leaves. It needs warm blood rich in oxygen to survive. How do you think the bacteria kills, Doctor? It causes a massive contamination of the blood. In doing so, it overloads the cardiac muscle. In all likelihood, the infected would suffer a stroke. That is something we didn't know before. In order to acquire the potent living microbial culture, we will have to get our hands on a still beating heart. This is borderline absurd. We can start research your vaccine, though. Don't you have that unique source of yours? I do. In any case, our work must no longer be delayed. Not after the new hope that today has brought. What does this mean? Firstly, it suggests that something as simple as house walls might provide certain level of protection. Secondly, that the killer's life cycle is very short. Therefore, there is a natural restriction on how fast the disease can spread. As soon as the infection kills whoever carries it, it dies. That means the disease can be fought? There is hope, yes. Although the enemy is invisible and ubiquitous, it is far from invulnerable. We have found at least one weakness. Oh, curious. The tissue extracted from the corpse did not contain the microbe. It perished together with the host. I've come to the conclusion that it may be possible to curb any spreading of the disease. Full isolation will be essential. Mere walls, perhaps, may offer some kind of protection. Glass walls in particular. Alright. Interesting. Alright. Alright, so now let's head to that house over here. We'll finish that quest, and then we'll resume the normal amount of time. Okay, I'm gonna turn on another console command. I'm gonna do God. Yeah, no, I'm getting a little miffed off. Much money? 2,276. Okay, that ain't bad. Oh, you're the guy I sold meat to. I'd love to buy it back. Thanks. Bye. Oh, beans. I forgot why I was here. This game, yeah, the walkthrough I'm using is like, make sure you're well armed, so I'm like scared. Ugh, and the sounds. Sounds are just awful. Am I in the right house? Yes, I am. Someone upstairs, I think. Auditory nightmare. Oh my god. There's something in this fucking house. Oh, yes there is. Oh, I hate this. There we are. Alright. So let me collect. Can I collect anything from him? What a bad death face. He is clipped through well. Okay, it doesn't look like I can collect anything from these guys, so let's look at this. Body. The body has been found. Is it Simon? Okay. So I think now I head back to... Okay, I think now I go talk to the kings. Let's go. I think I'm essentially... Let's get out of here. Alright, so let's see. So now we'll head over there. Alright, so that will be toward the end of this episode. It's interesting because we know that Ruben has Simon, and that's not Simon. But beans. Let's go inside Lara's house just to despawn him. Perfect. Because I don't feel, even though I'm in, it doesn't matter, I do not feel like dealing with that right now. Alright. This episode has left a lot to think about. We learned a lot about the town in this episode, actually. We've learned about the butchers, we've learned about the indigenous people's kind of culture, at least in the way it pertains to the game at the moment. We've learned a bit about the polyhedron, and we've learned that there is a younger Cain brother. They mention him, but he's not like a character we're aware of. But now we've met him. We've gone up the polyhedron proper. The polyhedron is so interesting because I do believe that it is. I mean, it is definitely based off of what's it called? It's brutalist social Soviet structures that actually exist. It's interesting. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. Oh, sorry.
Olgimsky has put a bounty on any runaway butcher. What is the old fox trying to hide?
I will richly reward a friend that finds Simon's body for me, and I will squeeze the last drop of blood from the mongrel who stole it. I found the body snatchers. They were runaway butchers. Did you find a body? A body, dissected and disfigured. However, I find it hard to believe that it once belonged to your brother. I'll show you the building where I found it. I will send people there at once. You have my gratitude. Be cautious. Money! Let's see. It is a bitter errand to be the bearer of bad news. Although the body has been discovered, it has been mutilated beyond all recognition. Gregory would be thankful for any news at all, however dire it may be. Yet, something does not feel right.
Few people know.
Okay. Let me see if Victor has anything to say now that we've done that. I'm not sure if he will. I mean, the quest is done, but, you know, I might as well talk to him since I don't really lose anything. Meow.
I feel as though my blood is getting thicker.
Okay. Alright, so with that, that kind of finishes our main quests. Let's head to the Okamitsky Mansion, so we're close to the theater for the show, and we'll go from there. There we go. Alright. So let's go to... Oh, well, first let's fix the GT speed. 2, we think it's the default. Oh, wrong thing. I forgot there needs to be a space. Let me just speed 2. Okay. So now it should be back to normal. Let's drink some morphine. And go to sleep. Anything else I need to... Hunger's fine, so I'll do that when I wake up. But let's not go too late, so 1, 2, 3, 12, 1, 2. Okay, let's try with 3 and see how that goes.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Alright. So let's just make a save here. Alright. So, that's it for this episode of Pathologic. Finished day 3. This has been an interesting episode. This has been an interesting day. We've had to go into the infected districts, which is horrible. We had to play some games where we have to promise people things, and regardless of if they're true or not, to get our gains, and then people died because of what I wanted, very simply, or of what Dankovsky wanted. And with that, after that we kind of it's interesting because it's like we did some work to try to be like, hey, call off the hunt on Artemi, but in a way we kind of had to hasten it because of us messing up. Because it's gonna happen regardless, so I don't really think it has like actual major significance as far as like outcomes in the game, but it is an interesting thing in that regard. So, and we have at the moment forced, even though Dankovsky kind of knows that the Termitary is likely where the infection started, you know, to kind of get what we want, we kind of played the game where it was like, alright, we'll tell the Canes not to pay attention, let's try to get some information on the polyhedron, because that's just an interesting structure and an interesting thing, because it could be that they're infected there as well. But in a way, we kind of know that it isn't, because we are aware that it has been quarantined, but also that the infection wasn't there. It didn't start there, at least. and if it did, it's not like Isidore would be able to find that out. So kind of it puts certain tensions at rest for a little bit, while you know, we try to figure out what's try to get our own things pushed along without aggravating too much of other things. It's interesting how there's just a constant push and pull between all of the powers. And the question is like, who will end out at the end? And like what will be gained at the end as well. I'm interested in seeing how that unfurls. I'm curious of how all this stuff kind of presents when you are like when you're like Artemi, for instance. And like while everyone hates you at the beginning, it's like there's different politicking at play. There's different like politicking at play. When you kind of know what's going on, and when there is like an active relationship between the characters and Artemi, who grew up in this town. So it makes me really interested in how some of this information changes when you play a different route. Because I imagine Clara also has a very different perspective. While I do believe she's from outside, she's been kind of accepted as a major family's like child. So I imagine that kind of gives a different perspective on things as well. So yeah, so this has just brought up more questions about what is going on and because this is a game about like internal politicking. It's just incredibly exasperated by a terrible event of a plague, which does require it does require there to be some enforcement of quarantines and stuff like that in order to get down, but of course it's kind of ineffectual because all the powers are going to try to get what they want out of it, because it is a very precarious situation. But due to the precarity and the extremeness of it, it will at the end of the day allow certain powers to kind of reign more supreme than others, as it were. So, all right. So with that, I'll end it there. I'll see you guys next time for the start of day 4, and things will just get crazy, as it were. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.